Right, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do some free live readings for my internet friends. Get myself some practice, working on learning my tarot. Slowly getting better. Who's here? Who wants a reading? Yeah, I have learned through doing this that people really mostly want to know about love. So I have been doing a lot of love readings on my channel. And yeah, they seem to be drawing in a lot of people. It's been working quite well. But yeah, now I am here. I am here and I am ready. Who's out there? Who wants a reading? There was somebody and now they're gone. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just start with doing a reading for the collective to begin with. Ooh, I just saw 111. Very auspicious. What do we got for the collective? We have justice, making honorable choices. Ooh, put a light on me to make the lighting slightly better, but now it's going to be really shiny on my cards. That's going to be fun. Making honorable choices, because that is what's going to make everyone happy, create camaraderie in the people in your life. What is it? Awards, affection. People love you so much more when you make honorable choices. It's really true. Act with integrity. People will want to be your friend. And put down your burden. Just let all that stuff go. Wherever you haven't made honorable choices, you don't need to let it affect you, carry it into the future. Whatever you've been carrying that feels really heavy, just release it. Put down those burdens, that burden, whatever it is, because we have the sun here. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is what we want. Be happy, make the honorable choices. When you put down the burden, it's easier to be happy too. So there's that. Yeah. 3 minutes already, and there's no one here yet. This is crazy. There's one person here. And you are not speaking up. I guess you don't want a reading. Anybody out there who wants a reading? The usual people usually come early. I'm usually on earlier. This is kind of late right now. This is bedtime for a lot of people in my neck of the woods. Oh, it's a Friday night. That's what it is. It's a Friday night. People are out. People are having fun. They're not worried so much about getting tarot readings. They're like, let me go and find that love. All right, well, I'm just going to keep picking cards. I mean, somebody's going to show up. Somebody's going to be drunk enough to eventually come and get a reading. Let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. What are the drunk people doing? They're feeling very ripe. Ripe for a good time. Ready for picking that fruit. Transformation. Yeah. Transforming themselves. People, we're all coming to fruition within ourselves. We're transforming. We're releasing those burdens. And feeling much ready for love and whatever other good things are meant for us. And suppression. This card. 10 of Fire. This is the same card I pulled before, the Put Down Your Burdens. That's 10 of Wands. Put down that burden. Just release. That's part of the transformation. That's part of becoming ripe. Oh, all kinds of fun shadows here. Yeah, this lighting is not great. It works better for me, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah. In so many of the readings that I do, there's so much change. I am Shamya Camille. Hello. Welcome. Oh, official. Hi. You want a reading? I've just been sitting here doing some readings for the collective, for one random person who hasn't said hello. Do you want to know anything? I am Shamya. Shamaya. I'm so sorry for getting your name wrong. I'm in a little bit of a silly mood, I'm realizing. I had a decent nap today. Feeling pretty good. Feeling like I could do this for a little while, even though it's late. Yeah, bring it on, girl. Bring it on. What do you want to know? I do remember you. Yes. I don't remember what you asked last time, but I absolutely remember you because you're official. And am I saying it right? Shamaya? Or is it Shamya? Shamia. See, now I just gave you a bunch of options, and you're saying none of those are right. Oh, I said it right. Shamya. Shamya? Shamya. Shamaya. Dang. Well, anyway. Why does your ex go back and forth between you and his ex when you leave him? Shamaya. Okay, thank you. I remember that you corrected me on that last time. So now I think I will remember. Shamaya. Makes sense. Why does your ex go back and forth between you and his ex when you leave him? Oh my goodness. Cause your ex is gonna take him back. I mean, you're leaving him. He's feeling hurt. She's willing to take him back, but then it sounds like that doesn't last, and then he comes back to you until you kick him out again. But let's ask the cards. What do the cards have to say? Celebration. He wants to have fun. So if he's not having fun with you, he's not consistent. Yeah. So many of us deal with that. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? He wants to have fun. He wants to play and laugh. I mean, it's a third party. Like, he's not loyal. And I don't know what's causing you to leave him all the time, but it could be because of this kind of mentality of being like, whatever, let's just have fun. Childish. He wants to be weird. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Source. I mean, this is tapping into your higher power, which he clearly isn't doing. Maybe he wants to be the source. Oh, this could have to do with him he needs attention. And if he's not getting it from you, he's going somewhere else. He needs to be the source. Breakthrough. This card normally speaks to me of someone who's shaking it off, who's figuring it out and is like getting over their childish ways. I wonder if he's coming to a point where he's getting kind of tired of his ways. That maybe he's not feeling so fulfilled by doing this back and forth thing. I don't know. Let me pick another one. Healing. This makes me think that he's eventually, if not yet, eventually he's going to have some kind of epiphany, some kind of breakthrough where he realizes he has stuff he needs to heal. He wants to be the source because he doesn't feel fulfilled through himself. So he's trying to get that from other people. And he needs to do some healing. He's going to have a breakthrough eventually. The question is when. I mean, that's the thing with tarot. It's no good with time. Things just happen. Everyone's on a different timeline, and there is no time. One reader I follow, he says the universe doesn't wear a watch. But your ex, and you called him your ex. So that tells me that you're not even with him right now. But obviously you still have love for him. And he keeps going back to you, at least in the past he has. So it seems like he'd prefer you, and maybe this time around, you've been with him for years and he's just doing weird stuff. You've been with him for years. You've been with him for years, but you called him your ex. I mean, this could have to do with if you finally put your foot down. Kind of just broke up because he ignores you, then talks to you when he wants to. Yeah, and you said, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Call him your ex because you're trying to register that. It's draining. Yeah, it sounds like you're getting to this point where you're like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore. Hey, Astrid, Alvarado, Solis, I'll get to you in a minute. We're going to finish up with Shemaya here. So you didn't text him back. You're taking your power back. And guess what's happening? He's used to you treating him like the source of your happiness, of always taking him back. This has been a years-long thing. And finally, you're like, dude, I'm so done. I can't deal with this anymore. And he's like, oh, crap. Oh, crap, Shemaya, what are you doing? You're not playing my game anymore. You made him wait for your reply and told him you're not his convenience and left it at that. And that is potentially causing him to have a major breakthrough that's going to force him to go through this healing, which opens his heart, makes him realize what's truly important to him. I think that you are helping him grow up. I think it's really awesome that you are standing in your power, that you are finally saying you're having healthy boundaries and you're being like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Show up correct or don't show up at all. And that is the thing. For whatever reason, when you don't play their game anymore, that's when they're like, oh, crap. And it might take them a little while. Like I said, timing, yeah, you're trying to help yourself. It's so good because ultimately it comes back to you anyway. Are you happy? If you're not happy, Do what you can to make yourself happy. If he keeps playing you, you're worth so much more than that, you know? And when you stand in your power and you show him how you want to be treated, how you deserve to be treated, he's either going to wake up and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Or he's going to go away and someone better is going to come along. You love hard, you love, and you miss the relationship, but the relationship with yourself matters more. Yeah, I'm with you. I love hard also. I throw everything into a relationship. And and that scares people who have commitment issues. And also it makes them feel like they have power because you're like, okay, here I am giving you all my love. And they're like, I'm going to do what I want because I know that I can. Someone better is going to come along for you. If he's not willing to show up for you in the way you deserve, and you stand true to yourself and you're like, not doing this anymore, if he falls away, absolutely someone better is going to come along who is willing to treat you better because you are putting out the message to the universe, hey, I deserve better. And the universe is like, okay, here you go. It's kind of it's putting out that vibe, telling the universe, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. You're so welcome. Hey, Corinna Chandler, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you. It's very warm here. So I feel like a hot mess, literally. You're welcome, Shemaya. And I really wish you well with this situation. These kinds of things, the hard stuff, it's so tough. And I really commend you for standing in your power, standing up for yourself, because I know it's not easy. And you will get through this. You will. Astrid Alvarado Solis, you want to know if Samir and you are going to meet in person. You're Virgo, he's Cancer. Interesting. I'm a Virgo and a Cancer. Virgo Sun, Cancer Moon. If you're going to meet in person. So it sounds like you guys, Samir Khan and Astrid. Love you, sunshine. I love that name. Welcome back. I remember you from last time. Yes, Corinna. Yes, you can. But I'm gonna get Astrid first. Samir. So it sounds like you guys have not met in person yet. Has this been an online thing? Have you been chatting over social media or something? I have Osho Zen in my hand, so this is what I'm choosing. Astrid. The outsider. Huh. I mean, I don't know. Online only. You or him are feeling like left out somehow, not able to get in. I don't know if this has to do with, because of the whole lockdown and traveling's hard, or if he's just too busy or what. But you or him, you're caught up in thinking about this situation, wanting to meet, feel like you can't, feel like you're locked out. Can you, the light, I'm sorry. And it's kind of got you up in your head. You like him, you like each other. I think you like each other. You like him, but you're feeling locked out. It's got you up in your head. and you're in this place of needing to trust that it's going to work out, but you don't know because you're feeling locked out. Thank you. Thank you so much for liking my name. Yes, that is my intention, to try to bring some light and positivity to this world. We need it so badly, don't we? And that's what I do in my readings as well, is I try to infuse positivity into things, even when it feels like this reading for Astrid. I mean, when you're talking online, you're putting a certain persona forward. So you're not even able to see the real person. And you really want to, but for some reason you're feeling like you can't. You're feeling like you're locked out. And it's got you second guessing. Is he who he says he is? You know, maybe there's some self-doubt on your end. Not sure one way or the other, feeling like you need to trust, but for how long? Is this worth putting your information worth putting yourself into this situation? So to come back to your original question is, if you're going to meet in person, it's really hard to say. I think that somehow he's not being totally genuine with you. And that it could be that you're being called to trust that yes, eventually you will meet in person. But I don't know. It's the cards aren't really giving me a yes or no on this. It's seeming like I feel like if I had to say one thing, it would most likely be no, because he's not being genuine. And you're up in your head. You need to get on the same page with each other. And I don't know if this is something that you can bring up, like, hey, let's meet up. I don't know how far away from you are from each other. If you feel comfortable, kind of, the word instigating comes to mind. I don't know if that's the right word, but saying like, hey, let's actually see one another in person and get past these projections and see what he says. It's, you always tell him. You always tell him that you want to meet up, and he's not, which tells me he's hiding something. He's not being genuine. He's projecting a false persona to you. He wants you to view him in a certain way. And if he's blowing you off, if he keeps putting you off in one way or another, I feel like that is kind of your answer, unfortunately. After lockdown and after he can get into the US. Got it. Well, it's kind of, then it's a wait and see kind of thing. And yes, the lockdown thing is still going on, and that makes it very difficult to see anyone that you can't actually drive to. So, for now, I think it's a matter of wait and see. If you're into this guy, keep talking with him. Try to ask those questions that bring out the genuine part in him. Try and suss out, like, is he giving you the whole answer? Is he being really true with you? Does he ask questions about you? Like, I don't know. Like, just kind of try to use your intuition to see how this is feeling. Because I think deep down you might know. I don't know. It's really easy to get sucked in to something and then want it. But then deep down you're kind of like, well, getting these red flags, but it's nice to have someone to talk to. I've been there. Hang in there. Eventually this whole craziness is going to be over, this lockdown thing, and you'll be able to figure it out one way or another. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, so I said yes to Corinna Chandler. You are here. You're in Orlando. Yeah, it's hot there all the time, isn't it? I shouldn't be talking. You guys get it constantly from what I hear. I have not been there before, but from what I hear. What would you like to know, Corinna? Still got my Osho Zen. I think I'm going to stick with this deck for a while. It's nice and small for my little hands. Do you want a love reading? Hey, Stella A. I will get to you eventually. Right now I'm doing a reading for Corinna. What would you like to know, Corinna? Love reading. What's coming towards you? What's coming towards you? Coming towards Corinna in love. No. Fighting. Having your armor on, feeling like you want love, but also feeling like you need to protect yourself because you're kind of afraid. You're ready for the fight. You're ready for the next person to be like all the other people. You got to like defend yourself, and you got to take off that armor. Make yourself vulnerable. Laziness. What? That's interesting. This is the Nine of Water. Normally in regular tarot decks, the Nine of Waters is very, the Nine of Cups is very good. It's like you're practically to your Ten of Cups. It's fulfillment, it's happiness. Why in the world is this laziness in this deck? What's coming towards you? Let me pick another card and see. Maybe that'll help clarify. Clinging to the past. Oh, I see. Yeah, like I was saying, you've got your armor on. You are thinking about situations that you have dealt with before in the past. And there's this quality of laziness in terms of not doing the work to heal from those past experiences. And I think that as long as you're clinging to the past, as long as you are anticipating that you're going to keep bringing in people like you've had before, it's going to keep bringing the same. You know what I mean? It's the self-fulfilling prophecy. And so what you are being called to do is to actually do the shadow work. Look at whatever you've dealt with in the past, the pain that you felt. Actually allow yourself to feel the feelings and recognize your part in things. You know, every dynamic, it always takes two. And Forgive yourself for having been in those situations in the first place. Forgive yourself for anything that you might have done to make things break down. Forgive the other people. You got to move into a new relationship without the armor, with your heart wide open. Release the past. Make amends if you need to, but there needs to be a release here because you're caught up in your mind. You're stuck in your mind about what's gone down in the past. And you're letting yourself stay there rather than, I think one thing you could do that would help typically with this kind of thing is to try to get out of your mind. Do things that feel good, where you get in your body, you go outside, go for a walk in nature, go exercise, be with friends, do something creative that feels good, that's fulfilling, that it doesn't have you thinking so much about things from the past, you know? And once you've done that, once you've gotten into your body, then you can do the work of releasing the past, forgiving, actually not being lazy about doing the work to heal yourself. Because once you heal yourself, once you get to that place where you can show up vulnerably without the armor, without your fists up, ready to fight, that's when you can call in what you truly want. The love that you know you actually deserve. Because you do, Corinna, you do deserve love. And I think that's a big piece of the puzzle here, is to really learn deep down that is actually true, that you deserve. You are worthy of love and affection and caring and support from someone. So, okay. All right, Corinna, I wish you well. I wish you well. I think that eventually you will do the healing, you will get this, and you will call in someone who will be so amazing. All right, who's next? Who's here? You're welcome, Corinna. Stay cool there in Orlando. Love you, sunshine. Are you still here? You retracted your messages. You hate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, if it's anything like here, I can imagine. Except you guys get the muggy humidity. At least it's a somewhat of a dry heat here. Yay, Love You Sunshine is here. Did you who's coming towards you in love? Love You Sunshine. Love reading for Love You Sunshine. What do we need to know, Love You Sunshine, about love? Love for Love You Sunshine. Towards you on the love front. Consciousness. So far it's looking like someone who's very connected, spiritually connected, tapped into their intuition, somewhat woke, as they say. Healing. Someone who has done the work to heal themselves, or they're in the process. They're in the process of opening their heart. You know, this card specifically, the hands are over the head and the belly. This is like, you know, intuition, higher power. This is personal power. And, you know, here we have Oh, there's one guy who approached you online. He's a Leo, Shailesh, but you're not able to trust. Not sure if you can trust him. I hear you. Especially when someone approaches you online. That's tough. So is that what you want to know? Do you want to know if you can trust this guy, or do you want to know just about love in general? Because what I'm seeing so far is that this is, well, here, let me pick one more card. Because I can read this one of two ways. we've got the Two of Cups, friendliness, and this is harmonious partnership. So I can read this one of two ways. I see this as somebody who is tapped in to their intuition, who has done the healing or is in the process, who is going to come to you correct, who is going to be like that person that you can hang out with, who's a true friend and willing to be more. This can also speak to you. I'm so sorry. My light situation is terrible. You having done the work and doing the healing, which brings in someone who really matches you, who you can trust. Oh, thank you. It's weird that he is asking for a commitment. Yeah, I think there are so many things with that. Like, especially when you're dealing with somebody online. Like, you haven't met in person, but he wants a commitment. I don't know how long you guys have been in touch for, how long you've actually been talking, but let me just, I'm curious. Let me see. This is specifically about Shailesh. Can Love You Sunshine trust Shailesh? Guilt. Eight of Air. Tower. I don't know if Shailesh is the one. I'm kind of getting. Oh, but then there's traveling. Traveling forward passionately, wanting to see you. You have a feeling it's some fake account maybe, and someone is behind it. Interesting. And I say always trust your intuition. If you're feeling like something's amiss, we have these two cards, Guilt and Thunderbolt, which is the Tower. It's like that's something crumbling. That there's a good chance that if there is somebody that that's behind this, that it's a fake account, that they're doing this for some reason, that it's making them feel guilty. There's going to be some Tower moment that comes out of it where maybe they will be revealed. And it's interesting too that this card came up, because this card to me is a really good card, because this is about like being adventurous, moving forward, passionately, excitedly. This can be literal travel. Oftentimes this speaks to like traveling within, doing the work. How's it possible someone asking commitment in just one day? Yeah. I don't know. That sounds weird. That's a lot of red flags going on right there. And if it could be an ex, but that's very strange. I would say overall, I would not trust this. You can humor him and be like, yeah, can't commit to you right now. I'm kind of busy, but we can talk. Play it out, wait it out, see what happens, see what comes up. There's going to be some revelation. I mean, that's one of the things about the Tower. It can be about having an epiphany, some kind of revelation, something coming to light because it's crumbling down in front of you. That said, let's bring you back to the original cards I pulled. And specifically, this could really speak to your own tapping into your own intuition, knowing what's right for you, doing your own healing, and that's going to call in somebody who actually is a good match for you, who really gets you. And anybody who is really in their integrity, they're not going to push it. They're going to be like, okay, like, I like you. Let's see how this goes. You know, not to say they're not going to be like excited or passionate or anything, but if you're like, hey, let's like put the brakes on, let's slow down. I'm not ready for commitment after one day. They're going to understand that because they're going to like you. So thank you. Thank you so much. I think you've got this. I think you're tapped into your intuition and you know what's up. And no matter what, someone good's coming in. I think someone who's going to match you in their ability to tap into their intuition. If it's not this person, it'll be somebody good. Somebody good for Love You, Sunshine. Love you, Sunshine. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. Okay. Hi, Jay Frey and Kalpana. I thank you. I don't have a list. Stella A, are you still here? You're asking about Andre. Are you still here, Stella? You're welcome. You're welcome. And Stella A is here. All right, Stella A, what do you want to know? Oh, you asked me already. You asked me about Andre. You want to know if Andre has feelings for you. It's funny. I had a boyfriend in 8th grade named Andre, spelled the same way. And I was like, is it Andres? Is it Andre? And he would say, whatever. I don't care. So I never learned how to pronounce it properly. So I'm just going to say Andre, unless you correct me on this. You're asking, does he have feelings? Does he have feelings? For Stella. Change. Possibly. Let's see what else. Postponement. Postponement and adventure. What I'm getting here is that I think that he does have feelings for you. He sees the potential for positive change. Because I think this is like the Wheel of Fortune in the regular tarot. But for some reason, he's feeling like it's not the right time. There's some kind of timing issue. And he sees the possibility, but he's kind of stuck in this. He feels stuck somehow. But he's ready for this adventure with you. And, you know, we have the colors here beyond this window that match the rainbow colors. Like, this is like him eventually feeling ready to move forward and moving into the world of color, into the world of rainbow. He is going through a healing process. Yeah, and that could be a part of this change as well, is he's tapping in to some stuff that he's been through. He's not fully healed. He's not quite ready, but I feel like he wants to move forward with you when he is soon. Timing with tarot is it's so difficult because like this one reader that I follow, he says the universe doesn't wear a watch. Like, we don't know. Some readers will have timing things, but in my personal experience, timing has never lined up with what people have said. And soon, what is soon? To the universe, soon could be 5 years. I mean, it's a blip in all of time, you know? But this is your outcome. So regardless, oh, his mom died. Oh, that's so hard. Yeah, he's not fully healed from that. Still grieving. But I think that he really this is the 10 of Pentacles. He sees ultimate fulfillment with you. He wants to go on this adventure with you. He wants to go into the world of color once again. Eventually, when he's done healing, he sees the possibility, and he wants to have his, the prosperity, the love with you, the fulfillment, the happiness. This is one of the best cards in the deck. He sees so much potential with you. And I think the best thing to do in this situation is, and maybe you're already doing this, but to just be there for him. Be his friend. Talk to him when he needs someone to talk to, when he needs, be there to listen to him, to hold the space for him. If you're not on that level, just, you can hold the space for him. You feel you're the only one who texts him because you feel worried for him. You would like to know what will happen if you leave the group of chat he created. I don't know why you would want to leave the group, the chat group. I mean, it seems to me that if he is grieving the loss of his mom, that you leaving the chat, see that losing a parent, someone that close, it can feel like abandonment to a person. It's not an intentional abandonment, obviously, but it still is a loss in that sense. And so my intuitive sense is, if you were to leave the chat that he created, that might be another abandonment. I think that the best thing to do in this situation, using you like a patch. Got it. Yeah, it's tricky. Ultimately, you want to be there for him, right? You want to hold the space for him because he is grieving, he is healing. However, if you're feeling like he is taking advantage of you in any way, then by all means, do what you need to do to set healthy boundaries. If you're feeling used in any way, I don't know. I think once again, this is the kind of thing where you got to go with your intuition. I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to jump to someone else. Typically, I do one question per live, but I think that this is the kind of thing where you're going to have to use your intuition and play it out and see what happens. According to the cards, it looks good. It looks like he's willing to put effort in, that he sees the potential with you, right? Yeah, this is this is really good. He's going through this change. And it could be that you need to leave the chat and be like, "Hey, I really care about you. I know you're going through it, but I also don't want to be a Band-Aid." So, I think that sometimes when somebody, so, like, I think it's very common where if we go towards a person and we're like, "Hey, I'm there for you no matter what," then they kind of take it for granted. And they're like, "Okay, well, I can just show up however I want and do whatever I want." And they don't really think about that, maybe you have some vested interest, that maybe you have feelings around the situation. And when you like set firm boundaries, then it kind of wakes them up and it shakes them up, and they're like, "Oh, wait a second. Oh, now I realize that I'm at risk of possibly losing this person." So, that could be a part of what helps this really awesome outcome, is you standing firm in your own self-worth. Because remember, it always comes back to you, that you deserve to be treated well, regardless of how sad someone is because of whatever has happened in their life. Absolutely. So important. So, yeah, set those boundaries, follow your intuition, and I think you'll know what to do. Elia Brunner. Hello. You're welcome, Stella. You are so welcome. And Portia Williams. Hello. Yes, you absolutely can ask a question. Happiness. Yes, you can ask. I just wanted to see Jay, Frey, and Kalpana. Are either of you still here? Yeah, everyone, feel free to ask a question. I don't even know who's here right now. Happiness. You guys showed up a little while ago. Are any of you here? If you are not, then I will move on because Elia is here. Happiness. Happiness. Hello, Happiness. I like your name. You can totally ask a question. Happiness, you're next. What do you want? What do you want to know? Love, general, spirituality. Portia Williams, hello. Happiness. What would you like? What would you like to know? How does Carlos feel about you? How does Carlos feel about happiness? That's a funny question. I imagine Carlos likes happiness. How does Carlos feel about happiness? Feeling a little stressed. I mean, this card makes me think of like trying to do too much, trying to I don't know, maybe he's trying to impress you or something. there's the monkey about to burst the bubble he's on. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the stress card, not totally happy, but either he's trying to impress you or he's trying to juggle you with a bunch of other things in his life. He's trying to keep a bunch of things up in the air. And he's getting some kind of guidance. He's your ex. Oh. Whatever happened, it was stressful. He's feeling the stress. And this is this guidance card. I mean, this speaks to me of kind of putting down the crazy burdens, moving into the light. But we see this figure here that's like being led by the angel, but looking back to the past. Possibly feeling like it's time to move forward, but he's still thinking about you. Spending time going within, trying to figure out what happened, gaining clarity, getting wisdom from the situation. I think this time this is him having gained the wisdom. It's feeling like because your question is, how does he feel about you? These readings can be read in different ways, right? One thing I'm getting is that, okay, so the breakup was stressful, probably for both of you, right? And I don't know who left who, but someone was moving on, and somebody was like, looking back, like, okay, I need to move forward. I need to follow my intuition, leave the situation for whatever reason, but it's hard to let go. And so then there was this time spent alone. And this is how he feels about you. So it's like he could be seeing you as somebody who, if you're the one that left, you broke away, you moved forward, you're still looking back, but you're ultimately spending this time going within, gaining the wisdom, and that puts you into this place of power, of personal power, of being able to make decisions from this very wise place, of having learned the lessons, of having gone through the stress, and putting down all the crazy things, jumping off the bubble before the monkey can pop it, and finding that inner peace. Ultimately, I think that he feels that there's a potential that he could feel like you're very wise, that you're more spiritually connected, that you're moving forward, you're being led by your angels. Because the question is, how does he feel about you? That you are willing to take the time to go within, to do the work that's necessary to gain this wisdom. I think he respects you. The way the cards look to me, I don't know what happened with you guys, but I feel like there's some kind of respect. There's some kind of whatever went down between you guys. He broke your heart. And I think he sees that. I don't know if you're in contact with him, but even when we're not physically in contact with somebody, there's still that energetic connection. And energetically, I think that he recognizes the work that you have done. That it is making you wise. As much as you have been in this place of looking back, you're still allowing yourself to be led forward. Sounds familiar. No contact. Dang. Yeah, so many of us are in that situation, aren't we? It really sucks. He got his karma. Most likely. Most likely. I think, I think especially once you take back your power, once you get to that place where you have done the work, you've done the healing, you've gotten to this place of taking your power back, sitting in your power, being connected to your higher power, that they energetically feel that, and they do end up feeling some kind of remorse. Oftentimes they do end up coming back. At the very least, with some kind of apology, Hey, Kanika Singh, welcome. And Era Evangeline, hello. So just keep working on yourself, working on that healing, tapping into your own personal power. I'm sorry that he broke your heart. That's never fun, to say the least. But keep in mind that in life, things happen for us, not to us, that there was some reason that this happened, that there's a huge gift in this lesson, and that you are going to be better for it. You probably already are. So hang in there. Keep healing. You will get stronger and stronger. Hey, Portia. Oh, Alaya, are you still here? Alaya. Oh, thank you, happiness. That's so sweet. Thank you for the compliment. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Hey, there you are. Alaya. Am I saying that right? So this might be a weird story track. So I'm just wondering, was he feeling you? If not, it's okay. He was honestly so kind. Oh, and I'm glad you're here. Interesting. Cute guy, huh? That sounds fun. What an interesting place to meet someone. Alea. Thank you. Alea and the cute guy at the abandoned train tracks. Was he feeling her? He was so kind. Did you guys exchange information, or was it just kind of like, hey, nice to meet you, see you around? Do you know his name at least? That would matter if you only know first names. Who knows? Conditioning. You're with your friend, and yes, you know his name. Okay. Flowering. I got one more. Integration. You went to the same high school. Wow. That's crazy. That's cool. This card is about trying to be something you're not, trying to be someone you're not. Being amongst, amongst all the sheep when you're something totally different. But then we have flowering and integration. Which speaks of balance to me. So it's like, maybe initially there was this sense of, I don't know, like maybe because you were with your friend, he was kind of like not sure what to think of you. But then, as it's hard to say because I don't know the situation, but there's this flowering card, which is like, see, the Queen of Pentacles. It's about abundance. It's about kind of being open, and there's so many words that are escaping me. Hang on, let me look in my little book here. Yeah, this is about creations, liking things to be calm, no drama. And you're asking, is he feeling you? I think so. I think maybe at first he wasn't sure. And then, started, as you were talking, he started to see you as someone who's grounded, trustworthy, stable, potentially loyal, and, integrating what he's learned about you. I don't know how, what the age difference is with you guys, but so it sounds like you didn't know each other when you were in a high school, that you just happened to discover that. So this card is very much about finding balance. He kept smiling at you, and then he fell too. So then he was like, I meant to do that. And I asked him, was he okay? Was he drunk? He fell? Or was he doing something silly, trying to impress you? It's looking like he was feeling you. Yes, he was. He's open. There's a sense of balance here as well. Like one side of her hair is black and one side is white. And then the green is like the color of the heart chakra. And we have the kind of, I don't know, giant donut, whatever that is around her. And integrating this experience. Like again, we have the black and the white, the yin and yang, the balance. I think it's looking good. I think he was feeling you. I hope that you get to see him again. The master. He was a senior when you were a freshman. I hope not, because it's kind of dangerous around the train track since it's by water. This card is about wisdom. Being able to tap into your wisdom, tap into your intuition. I think he was definitely feeling you. And I think that he would like to have some kind of encounter with you again. I don't know. I don't know how you would do that. I mean, you know his name. You can look in your yearbook to find his full name. So, that's fairly easy, because then you can find him on social media. Reach out and say hi and see what happens. He was smiling at you. I don't know. It looks good. It looks good. I think that he's 21 and you're 18. Hey, everyone's legal. That's awesome. I think it looks good. I think if you run into him again, or if you reach out to him, that potentially things could go well, could work in your favor. You don't know until you try, ultimately. If you're able to, why not? Go for another trip to the train tracks with your friend. All right, Alea. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Portia Williams, are you still here? Portia, are you still around? Yeah, I hope you run into him too. Portia, you're here. You're in separation, feeling weird physically and mentally. Spiritual attack. It's coming from your person, Anthony, or frenemy. His energy shifted. So you're in separation. His energy shifted. Cool. Yay. I'd love for you to let me know. My email is down in the description box below. Let me know how it goes with your mysterious 21-year-old. Hey, Ashwini, welcome. And Era, I did say hello. Portia. Okay, so you're basically asking, are you under spiritual attack? If it's coming from Anthony or frenemy. He says he wants to work on us again, wants new beginning, but he's also low-key distant. Thanks, Ashwini. That's really sweet. Thank you. I was just saying earlier, it's been really hot here, and I feel like a hot mess. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Spiritual attack. I've been hearing a lot more about that lately from the readers that I follow. A lot more people are dabbling in the dark arts, and there's all kinds of stuff. And yuck. Really? Why do people want to do that? Why does anyone want to hurt anyone? That's what I want to know. I don't get it. I kind of get it. Because ultimately they're sad and insecure, and they feel bad about themselves, so they feel the need to hurt others. But similar behavior as before, and you're a little paranoid. Okay. Portia, don't want to repeat cycles, but you're feeling it all in your back and your head. Oof. Yeah, and that's the thing. If he's doing the same thing as before, you want to be careful. The burden. Look at this. He's carrying him on his back. And he's resting his arm on his head. Yeah, someone's trying to control you. Do we know who it is? Not totally. Someone who thinks they're pretty freaking awesome, who wants to control you. Existence. This is the Magician card in the deck. That's how you felt in the relationship. Interesting. And this is the card of the Magician. I think there's a chance you are under spiritual attack. Yes, I do. And sharing. Huh. This is the Queen of Wands. This can be about if it's someone who's not in their integrity, they can be being very, very, they can be being kind of manipulative, kind of Cancer with Leo, Taurus, Captain Libra. He's a mess. Drained. He's arrogant and codependent. What is this sharing card about? What is this sharing card about? Guilt. Okay. Okay. I think this. I think that yes, you are under spiritual attack. Could be from him. It's hard to say. But we have the sharing card, and then we have the guilt, and it's like it could be that I'm kind of getting the impression that he liked being in control of you. He feels very entitled. He has the ability to manipulate. But then you ghosted him. I think that it's not totally malevolent, though. I think that he actually cares about you. A part of him wants to share his light, his resources. I think he does love you as much as he can. And I think that a part of him does feel guilt for whatever he has done to you now or in the past. I don't know that he's fully in control of himself, which makes me think that maybe he's being manipulated as well. I don't know, though. Yeah, it's a tough situation, and he was abusive towards you. Ugh. I think he recognizes that. I think he does feel guilty for how he treated you with your ex-friend. God, that's yucky. Ugh. That's a good thing that you ghosted him. I think as far as what you're experiencing, he gives into temptation easily, no control. Yeah, that is someone who's very entitled. He sounds like he's got some narcissistic tendencies, that he knows it's wrong, but he can't help himself. He wants to do what makes him feel good, ultimately. Hey, Joyanna. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing this relatively randomly. So there's no list, but welcome, and maybe I will get to you. Yeah, Portia, I think that look up ways to protect yourself energetically, spiritually. There's Palo Santo, sage, sage yourself, sage your house, burn Palo Santo, whatever. Take salt bath if you can. There are other things. There's so many other things you can do to kind of help mitigate whatever is coming at you. You can even use your intention. This is something that I do every day. Ooh, and having trouble detaching. So I'm going to give you the exercise that I do every morning. And what it is you essentially create a bubble of light around yourself through grounding yourself to the earth and drawing up the energy from the center of the earth, which is like the molten lava, the heat, and you let that fill you and expand around you into this bubble. And then you kind of imagine a big sun above you, and you bring the light and the heat from that down in. And so the light and the heat are coming in from two directions, and it's creating this heat bubble around you, right? And then you invite all of your energy back to you. And I think of myself as being like a giant magnet and magnetizing all of my energy back to me. And then imagine cutting the cords of everybody, everything and everybody. And I imagine all these little like guillotines everywhere, like cutting the cords. And wherever they need to be cut, they're getting cut. And then, and you can do this in an instant. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. But then after you do that, once all the cords are actually cut, then you say, all energy that is not mine can now return to sender. And I think of it as that magnet, the polarization changing. You know how when two magnets, when the wrong side ends are together, they resist one another. So I imagine that whatever magnet I was magnetizing my energy now shifts to the opposite and pushes away all the energy that is not mine and lets it go back to wherever it came from. And then I'm in my happy, bright light bubble, heat bubble. And that can help. And it takes some practice, but it can help you with detaching as well. It's not a quick fix, but it's another way in which you can deal with this kind of stuff. Did that in 2019 before with exes, before being with him, and now it feels so much harder this time around. Yeah. Because he's a magician. He's good. he got you caught. He lured you in with his magical powers. And so you have to be extra diligent in doing what you need to do to protect yourself. Very cunning and charming. Oh boy. Gotta love those. Oh, God. There are so many in the world. And you are probably an empath like me. You probably feel the pain of the world and want to help people. And that, like that picture, like I've already shuffled it, but that first card I picked of being on his shoulders. Where'd it go? I lost it. But him being on your shoulders, and you're like, you want to help, and you're like, okay, and then you get caught in that, and then they expect you to keep doing that, and they take control and advantage. Felt every inch of his pain, but trying to help him is like pulling teeth. Yeah, because you can't help people. You can guide them to help themselves. But if they're not willing to help themselves, if they're not willing to do the work, then it's pointless. It's a complete waste of your time. And I get it. You and I are so similar. Same way. Trying to get him to do anything messes me over. Yep, exactly. Yeah. And I think that it's really good that you said you ghosted him, right? Like you just... You're taking back your power. You're realizing that you are worth so much more. And I think by doing that, that is making him feel bad. He's starting, if he hasn't yet, he will. He'll start to feel like, oh God, what did I do? Crap. I kind of suck. I'm glad he hasn't broken you. And ultimately, you deserve so much better. You really do. You deserve someone who's going to invite you to get on their back, who wants to give you the piggyback ride. So, yeah, taking back your power. It's good. You are worthy. You are worth all of the love and the care and the support. Absolutely. You are welcome. Yes. I'm glad. I'm glad you know. It's important. It's important to have the awareness. That's the first thing. First thing to do. Hey, Joyana and Kanika. I already said hello to you guys. I was just, I think Ashwini. Who's coming towards you in love? You're single, just curious. Who's coming towards you in love? You know what? I'm going to put down my Osho Zen and pick up my Good Tarot. I like this deck. I didn't do this for this question before, but I like this deck for knowing who's coming in. It's a very sweet deck. Who's coming in for Ashwini? King of Water. Oh, someone who actually has, is in touch with their feelings, emotionally balanced. You might not necessarily know it because they don't always express it, but someone who's generous and kind, fair, loving, diplomatic. Looking good so far. Someone who's been through it, who's probably experienced some pain, loss, grief, and they've had to take the time to heal, to do the reflection, to mend. Possibly someone who's into meditation, that whatever they've been through has kind of helped them connect to their higher power, become more spiritual. Queen of Air. Okay. So this person has, so we have a king and a queen, which tells me that whoever this is their masculine and feminine sides are balanced. You have the masculine side, which is the really like lovey-dovey feely part. And then you have the feminine part, which is much more, able to set healthy boundaries, really good at communicating, likes to connect through communicating. She's the wordsmith. Quite wise because of what they've been through. Having done the healing, knowing they're not going to let themselves go through that situation anymore, that they know how to stand in their own power and put themselves first. But that's good. That's exactly what you want. Someone who respects and honors themselves, but then is in there, like, can feel their emotions and own up to them as well. I mean, seems like a good guy friend of yours. He is older. Whoever this is a really good match for you. You two are really, you're going to be, yeah, this is really awesome. That you two, it's like two peas in a pod, two goldfish in a pond. You two, it's a harmonious union. This can often be the soulmate card. That, hey, Princess K, welcome. Yeah, I think whoever this is, if this is your good guy friend, I don't know if you guys have potential to go in that direction, but whoever you end up with, it's gonna be really good, really balanced, and you guys are really gonna fit one another. Somebody who's actually willing to do the work, to do the healing and process all their crap from the past. Like, that's like, you've got a unicorn coming your way. You thought he was taken, though. I mean, if it's not him, then, at least you have someone who represents this type of person. And you can use that as, like, when you're imagining what you want in a person, all these things I've just said, you imagine him but then you think him or someone better or something better. You know what I mean? And the universe, because you're getting specific about what you know you want, then that allows the universe to bring in to you what you want. Does that make sense? Hey, and Priyanka is here. Hello, love and light. Thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. And Ashwini, he might be taken, but that's not always permanent. It doesn't always last. Just saying. I do not condone like going and breaking things up with someone. And, you know, typically when people get out of relationships, there is a time of healing that needs to happen. So, you know, it may, if it is him, it might not be right away, but you've been manifesting it. Prayers, meditation, yes, exactly. And one thing to remember, the the kind of secret trick with manifesting is to you say the prayers, you do the meditation, you shoot out those rockets of desire, as Abraham Hicks says, and then you try to forget about it. And this is the toughest thing for any of us, because of course you want what you want and you're like, oh yeah, I want this thing, I want it now. And you have to actually be willing to completely go neutral, completely surrender and be like, I don't know. Like you almost have to get to that place of I don't care, which is tricky, but it's kind of that secret ingredient I've discovered. Need to forget about it. You know. Yeah. But I think that you've got it handled. That you're someone really great is going to come in. That person. I would like someone like that. You know, and when they do, let me know. An email or leave a comment or something. I would love to know. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you for coming. Kanika. Oh, and Joyana. Kanika. Kanika, is Gemini thinking of making a move? I feel like, weren't you asking about Gemini last time? I forget sometimes, but that sounds familiar. Is Gemini thinking of making a move towards Kanika? That's right. It was your birthday last time. You're welcome, Ashwini. So much love to you as well. Same person, Gemini. Is Gemini going to make a move towards Kanika? Who's this Gemini, and why are they not making a move? My goodness. No. No, I mean, what else do we have? This looks like Gemini is walking away because they want to focus on learning, gaining knowledge, focusing on themselves, getting more grounded in doing their own thing. Ooh. Tempted by things. Princess K, maybe. Maybe. There's a few people in front of you, but possibly. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I could go for a while, so. Oh, Kanika. Oh, yeah, this is looking. Ugh. I think that Gemini is too focused on things that are not good for them. Gemini. Let me get one more card. You know, that's the thing, is this can be a situation where for now, Gemini is walking away to focus on themselves, to focus on the things that are not good. But there's going to be some kind of transformation. Eventually, it doesn't always happen, but it can happen where we indulge one too many times and we get to that point where we're like, ugh, I feel awful. And I feel awful every time I do this, and I'm just over it. I'm over feeling awful. I need to not do this to myself anymore. And that's where the transformation happens. And so that's where the potential for Gemini to turn around and come back towards you comes into play. But there's no saying how long this process could take. And we're talking about someone's free will here. So, for now, Gemini is just kind of doing Gemini's thing. And I'd say for now, no, not thinking of making a move. As tough as that is to hear, I imagine, but know that it's a possibility in the future. Ironically, once this transformation comes about, you could finally be in that place where you're like, I don't care about Gemini anymore. I'm on to Taurus or Scorpio, or, like you don't care anymore. Usually that's when they come back around, is when you're like finally over them. So many paradoxes, contradictions in that way in our world. No issues. Thanks for coming, Kanika. Hope you have a good night or day or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh yeah, Joyanna. So does C still want to be in a relationship with Joyanna? So you are in a relationship. Thank you, Kanika. And Joyanna is still here. Hello. Does C still want to be in a relationship with you? So you're still in a relationship, but it sounds like it's a little rocky. I want to go back to my Osho Zen. He's an ex. Got it. Does C want to be in a relationship with Joyanna? I'm not sure who's next. I'm not exactly going in order. I kind of go with, I don't know. I kind of do, but then I kind of pick randomly. It's hard because sometimes people come and they leave the chat, and it's like, I'm not going to do a reading for people who are gone. I've done that in the past. It's stupid. So, and the more people that come on, it's like, it's hard to go back and find who's still here. But nicely, there aren't too many. So maybe Love and Light. I like your name, by the way. Okay. Joyanna. Does he still want to be in a relationship with Joyanna? Era, hello. Yes, you came in a while ago. Hey, Nikki. Okay. Joyanna, right now, your ex, C, is up in their mind. Really confused. Just not really sure. Not really sure of things. Wanting to take control in their life. I mean, this is the Emperor. Kind of dancing to the beat of their own drum, shining their own light. Trying to get out of the mind. This card in particular speaks to me of like this bird eagle. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but it's like right there in his ear. And it speaks to me of like higher power, kind of giving in the downloads, the info of how to move forward. The chains are broken here. I'm looking at, still want to be in a relationship with you. I don't know. The chains have been broken. Courage. It could be the courage to move on. It could also be the courage to break the chains that's been binding him, that broke you guys apart in the first place, and the courage to move back towards you. Having the strength to move forward one way or the other. But which way? I'm not sure exactly. Possibilities. Honestly, I think C is looking at possibilities. Might be considering you, but there might be others as well. Usually this is making a kind of looking at like a choice to be made. So I would say for now, a lot happened between you. Yeah, that's tough. Hey, Manju, welcome. Good to see you. I would say for now, Joanna, that C of getting out of their mind, taking back their power, getting back in control of themselves, and finding the courage and the strength to move forward. And again, we come back to this card, the possibilities. Maybe, but it all comes down to what C chooses to do. And C might decide to choose something else. Ultimately, be prepared for that. But in the meantime, do your best to heal from whatever has happened between you. Yeah, you're so welcome. There's been this real theme of people kind of stepping into their power, taking back their power. And I think this is something that, I don't know kind of how things went down in your relationship, but to not give your power away, to see, to know that you also have options, that whatever went down between you, yeah, there's been some stuff that's gone down, and that you deserve something that's really good, that's really supportive and nurturing, healing for you, someone who's actually going to be there for you, and healing. Yeah, aren't we all? seems like yeah, a lot of us are going through healing right now. I'm with you. Hang in there. Yeah, so hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm just looking back here real quick. I can't help it. I just want to be fair. Wow, there's Era. Yeah, Era. Era is next. Era, are you still here? Era, and then Love and Light, I'll do you next after Era. If you're here. Era, Evangeline. I hope I'm saying your name right. Nikki. I see you, Nikki. We got a bunch of people that jumped in all of a sudden. Era, are you still here? Love and Light. You're still here. I don't know. I think Era may have left. Yeah, I think Era left. Probably jumped to another room. There are some before you, Princess K. There are some before you. All right, going with Love and Light. Love and Light. I know you are here. Hey, Roanna. Yes, eventually. Love and Light. Did you actually leave me? You have not left me a question yet. What would you like to know, Love and Light? Love and Light. Where'd you go? What do you want to know? Got my cards ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Priyanka. Princess. Really? Well, Love and Light isn't here anyway. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, you guys. Like, it's so hard to keep up with the stupid list, which is why I'm kind of like, just, you know, pick whoever. Oh, Love and Light is here. Karen's current feelings and intentions. All right, you're here. And then I'll get you Princess K afterwards. And thank you, Priyanka, for keeping tabs. It helps. I appreciate it. Yeah, Love and Light. Karen's current feelings and intentions. Karen's current feelings and intentions. Conditioning. Interesting. This came up before for someone else. Current feelings. Feeling like they're not able to be themselves. That they're being forced to Karen's being forced to cover up who she is in order to please everyone around her. Current feelings and intentions. I don't know if she feels comfortable being herself around you for some reason. But there's an intensity there. This could be her own stuff, like, you know, from the past, where she's used to having to hide herself because she's very intense. She has this part of her that's like, go get her, wanting to move into the light, has that arrow focus. Stress. I think there's a certain amount of stress that Karen feels. Where'd it go? Current feelings and intentions. I feel like Karen feels like she needs to do a lot of things. She needs to keep all the things up in the air. This could be kind of a natural, kind of knee-jerk thing that she has. This reminds me of my cousin. Like, she is very, she keeps herself very, very busy. My mom's like this too. And I imagine you're asking feelings and intentions towards you. There's this sense of wanting to move towards you, but it's stressful because she feels like she needs to show up for you in a certain way that's not being true to herself. But maybe she can't help it because of the conditioning. But past lives, there's a strong connection between you two. I think that she wants to move towards you. She feels this strong connection, but for whatever reason has this feeling of not being able to be herself, has this feeling of needing to show up in some certain way. And that could be, I don't know, it's because I want to say, sometimes that can keep a person from moving forward. Does she think she's not good enough? Usually this kind of behavior does come from not feeling good enough because you feel like she has, like this is like somebody who's overcompensating, feeling not good enough about who she is. So she feels like she needs to cover that up, hide herself so she can fit in. Very possible. But there's so much movement here, and we've got the arrow here moving into the light. And because the question is specifically about her feelings and intentions, I believe towards you, that she can't help herself because there is this connection between you two. You've known one another before. You have that connection. And so it could be the kind of thing that, where you just have to kind of let her know in whatever way you can that she's great just the way she is, that she doesn't need to be anything other than she is, that she can show up in all her own glory she doesn't have to conform. She can dance to the beat of her own drum, and you like her. You'll like her just the same. Assuming that's true. Assuming that, she doesn't freak you out because of how intense she is. She's trying to calm herself. But then what's interesting is it's like all the intensity is coming out in her trying to overcompensate and do all these things. So, do your best, hold the space, be supportive and loving, and eventually just knowing that you're there, that you care for her as she is, that will allow her to be more comfortable, to be able to release the need to be other than she is. Yes. All right. Thank you, love and light. Thank you. So, Princess K. Princess K. Thank you, Priyanka. You're so sweet. It's so nice. I love it when everyone helps each other. We're all in this together, right? Awesome. You're welcome. Love and light. You are welcome. Princess K, are you still here? Hey, Rowana, I see you. I do not do pregnancy questions. I don't do medical pregnancy law stuff, anything like that. I leave that to the doctors. Hey, Princess K. You asking about your crush. Your same crush that you've been crushing on for a while now. I totally get it. I have a crush. I have a crush who I'm not in contact with. That's fun. I can totally relate to a bunch of these questions. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Oh, a general reading. Okay. All right. Let's find out. Generally speaking, what's going on with Princess K right now? Turning in. Taking the time to go within, to, we have all the kind of the ghosts of the past kind of haunting you here, and this is you just releasing all of that, finding your center, getting to that happy place within yourself where you're not fazed by the voices of the past, of people's opinions around you. Yeah, Priyanka is next. This is really getting to that place of putting yourself first. Like I said, getting into that happy place, regardless of anything that's happening. Flowering. I love this. Yeah, you're becoming. Let me get my book for words. Unpacking my adjectives is not easy sometimes. Yeah, this is getting to a place where you're finding your stability by going within, going to your happy place, getting clear. You're becoming stable, you're becoming grounded and happy. I mean, flowering. There's this blossoming, this becoming successful, balanced. We have the black and the white in her hair. Spiritually balanced, because she's sitting on the lotus. The lotus flower can often represent kind of spirituality and being connected in that way. And a lot of her is green, and green is the color of the heart chakra. So it's like sitting within you, the love that you have for yourself, and that just radiates out to the world. Ooh, this is good. This is a really good reading. Creativity. And then we get the Empress. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, this is the most nurturing, amazing person in the deck, because she's abundant, she's connected, tapped into her intuition. This is you through being creative, through getting to your happy place. Everyone's like, really you're in such a good place. You're opening up to how awesome you are. Really connected, really balanced, able to fulfill yourself, which allows you to then, in turn, it's like being able to fill your own cup, and then you can share your cup with others. This is a place of serenity and peace and happiness, abundance, joy. This is really good. Oh my God, Princess K. I love this reading. I love this reading. And guess what? Being in this place is what calls in that person. That crush who becomes more than a crush. Your true counterpart, your soulmate, the lovers. I mean, come on. And this is for anybody watching, this is, if you're asking any questions about love, do what Princess K is doing. You're getting good with yourself. You're getting to that point where you can fulfill yourself. And it is then that the love comes in. If you've got your empty cup and you're like, oh, when's it gonna come? I want someone to fill my cup. It's not gonna happen. You got to get to this place of balance, happiness within yourself. And then this is a natural byproduct of that. So, dang, girl. That's so good. I love this reading. I so love this reading for you. Way to go. That means you're doing the work. That means you're showing up for yourself. You're welcome. That's beautiful. So beautiful. And thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up every day. It's always fun to see you. I'm glad you say hi when you come in. Priyanka, Miss Butterflies and Rainbows. July love reading regarding your connection with S, who is a Pisces. All right, what's going on in July for Priyanka and S? Priyanka and S. Oh, not this deck. Okay, which one? Really? Okay. Sorry. Having a conversation. Having an out loud conversation with myself, with my guides. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. We'll never know. All right, Priyanka and S. Was told to switch to Wisdom of Avalon. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting if that same card came up again? The Dragon, Power and Strength. Power and Strength, that's really good. It's a good start. The Owl. This one is so interesting because it says deception and wisdom. I don't understand why the owl would be deception, but, you know, whatever. that's what's on the card. Mystery. This is annoying. Why? Why this deck? You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. I feel like there is power and strength between you two. There's gaining wisdom, potentially from some kind of deception. Although I don't know that it necessarily has to be, but that there's some kind of mystery, trusting in the mystery. Sorry, I need to pick more cards because I just don't like that. Okay, so we have the Star, hope, inspiration, and nature. Feeling hope, feeling inspired. One or the both of you. Maybe this is a call for you two to go out into nature. Again, the mystery. See, that came up last time. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yes. That's why I was called to pick that deck. That's so funny. I'm kind of getting that if it's possible, can you guys go out on a nature date? Go for a hike, go on a picnic. That's funny. That's funny that it came up again. Yeah, something about, I don't know if you're in contact, if you see one another at all, but if you can, go on a nature date. Go do something that's out of your regular lives. I have a feeling you are long distance. Roar. That's well, at least get yourself out into nature. That will help you tap into the hope, into the, what is it? The inspiration, the power and the strength. Taking a stand. Needing to take a stand. Needing to take a stand, one or both of you. You know, this card can speak of, because it's the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands is about he's not taking any step. This might call for you needing to take a stand for yourself. Because looking at this card, there's been this really nice bridge that has been built. But you're on one side and S is on the other. S is not crossing that bridge. We'll just say that you're the one that built this bridge. And it's like, this is kind of you saying like, hey, I built this amazing bridge. Come join me on the other side. And if he doesn't, maybe you need to take your bridge elsewhere. But we do have hope and inspiration, talents and skills. I mean, you have it within you to build an amazing bridge. Changes in July. I mean, I've just picked 6 cards. I think the change, we got the mystery, right? I think this is you needing to focus on taking a stand, being like, hey, here's this bridge. Do you want to cross it or not? Keeping the faith, keeping the hope, being inspired. We do have, my eye keeps getting brought to the deception here. Tapping into your wisdom that if he's not taking any step, that maybe what you need to do is focus on yourself, building your talents and skills, building up your finances. Maybe put your finances in the forefront for now, and this theme keeps coming up. It's so interesting how every time I do these lives, that there's a often running themes through a lot of the readings, and this one in particular has been coming up over and over again, which is people taking back their power, getting to that point where they're like, you know what? You're not showing up for me in the way I know I deserve. So I'm not going to feed this anymore. If you want me, come and get me. There's a bridge here. I built it. It's pretty awesome. But if you're not going to cross that bridge, I'm going to take my bridge and go elsewhere. Focus on yourself. Good. Yes. See, that's exactly it. You're doing it. you are doing it. Because the power ultimately lies in your hands. And what's going to happen is one of two things, most likely. That you take your focus off of S, you start focusing on yourself. You're doing that, focusing on building your finances, building your skills, your knowledge. You're not going to chase him now. Yeah. And he is either going to just kind of disappear because he's not good enough for you, or it's going to be a wake-up call for him, and he's going to be like, oh, wait a second, Priyanka's not there anymore. She's always been there before. It's like a security blanket or something, like, oh, she's there, I'm not going to worry about it. And then suddenly you're like, I'm not going to chase anymore. I'm done. I'm going to focus on myself. And energetically, he's going to feel that. And he's going to come back and be like, hey, Priyanka, where'd you go? Where's that bridge you built? And the interesting thing about this sort of dynamic is that oftentimes, by the time they come back, by the time S comes back, you're going to be in this place where you're like, oh, actually, I don't think I want S anymore. Like, you've kind of let S go and you're like, I'm moving on with my life. I've met someone else, or I'm really into being single right now, or I'm so busy I don't have time. Like, it can be a million things, but you're not chasing anymore. You're taking back your power. You're focusing on yourself. And that is like Princess K's reading. That's where you bloom and flower, and that's what brings in the love, either from S or somebody else, someone better. No matter what, you deserve to be treated the way you want to be treated. You deserve to be treated like a goddess, like a queen. But someone who can do it from a level place, like if they're going to treat like a queen, from the place of a king. They're going to treat you like a goddess. They're going to be from a place of a god. Like, it has to be equal, not putting you up on a pedestal, but also, it's that balance of power. You gave more than what you received. Yeah. So many of us do that. You are probably an empath like me and like so many others who come to my channel, and we like to give. It's our default setting. We love hard, we love big, we love strong, we give everything of ourselves. And then, it gets taken for granted. It gets used against us. It's, there's this common thing that I hear on YouTube that I've been seeing about how empaths typically are attracted to narcissists and vice versa, or people with narcissistic tendencies, because they're looking for someone who's going to feed their need for approval. We're like, all right, I got it all to give you. And then we get depleted. And at a certain point, it's like, wait a second. I'm the center of my own universe. You're the center of your own universe. So that makes you the most important thing in your universe. And standing in that and owning it. And then, it's going to work out for you one way or another in the very best way. And if that means that S disappears, that means that it's making space for someone new who's way better. Or S can wake up and start taking the steps, start making the effort. So either way, it's really good. And really, I wish you well. It's not easy. I definitely get it. All right, Priyanka, you are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for showing up again. It's very, very lovely to see you, to do a reading for you. Yeah, that's so funny. I picked the same card as last time that I was even called to do that. Manju! Yes! Yes, Manju! What do you want to know? I think I'm going back to Osho Zen. Nikki. Is Nikki even here, though? Thank you, by the way. Nikki. Nikki wants to know how Jay feels. Nikki might have left. It's been a little while. Era is still here. Manju is here. Nikki, are you here? Oh yeah, and Era. Era was here quite a while ago. Era. How far back? I don't even see when Era first came in. It was a ways back. Oh yeah, Era was way back before all y'all came in. I'm going for Era. Yeah, you were. You've been here a while. All right, Era, you're back. All right, Era. And Nikki's not here anyway. Era, what do you want to know? Era Evangeline. Do you have a question? Do you want just a general reading? Love, spirituality? You want to know about your cat? Your neighbor? I don't know. What do you want to know? Will KJ offer me a job, or is any other job coming? Well, I'm just yeah, I don't want to do Osho for this. I think I'm going to go to the Oracle Tarot. Will KJ offer you a job, or is another job coming? KJ offering you a job, or is another job coming? Dreams of change. I mean, this is teamwork coming together. It's a a group of everyone's friendly and like-minded and wanting to boost each other, assist one another. Pause and observation. Being up in your head. There's another job coming. We're talking about KJ. I don't know if you want a job from KJ, to be honest. I think that KJ sees the potential, sees that you would be a really good team player. But for some reason, KJ isn't totally sure. There's some kind of, KJ is up in their head. There's some kind of ego. There's some kind of sneakiness or possible lies or not being on the up and up. But then we get the Two of Cups. So I'm thinking that if KJ can work out whatever is going on internally, that things can really work out that you would get offered the job, but there's something going on. There's some reason that KJ is not offering the job. Because the nine of Wands is defensiveness, sadness. I mean, this says pause and observation, despair, uncertainty. Because of the Seven of Swords. Oh, I wonder if KJ could be dealing with uncertainty because of offering somebody else a job in the past. Maybe, having dealt with someone who was not so great, who was sneaky, who betrayed them. This is either being worried about you being like others that KJ has hired, or there's something going on within KJ where, for whatever reason, they're hiding something, not being totally truthful with you, not taking responsibility, not facing reality. But again, we come back to this. We come back to the Two of Cups, the loving union, the teamwork. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This is just, it's a harmonious partnership. I think that, hey, S, there are some people in front of you. I'll give you a big fat maybe. I think there's a lot of potential here, and it could either be that whatever's going on with KJ gets over it and sees that, yes, you would be a good addition to the team, or you, for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. KJ is not able to get over KJ's issues, and you move on and get a job where you really do fit, where it is a harmonious partnership. It is, where you have equal footing with whoever you're working with. So, so I would say that if KJ does not offer you a job, that yes, there is another one coming. No matter what, it's gonna end in this really good place. You're gonna be in this place where you're like, yes, like the teamwork is awesome. You're working with people that you really like. I wish you well in your job search. It's interesting. So interesting, the messages that come through in the cards sometimes. I'm just like, what? Trying to wrap my brain around it. I've been doing love readings for individual zodiac signs lately, and I did some today. One of them was Gemini, and it was so, all of them today were kind of confusing, but Gemini in particular, I was just like, well, could be this, could be that. I don't know. Like, so, I can only do what I can do, Like sometimes the cards just won't tell me. The last time I came on and did a live, the first person I did a reading for, I don't remember who it was, but the reading was so confusing. I chose like 6 cards and none of it made sense. And I was like, oh, because the person you're asking about is confused. Like that was the only message I could come up with. It didn't make any sense. And they were just left like, okay, I guess, Anyway, you're welcome. You're welcome, Era. Hey, Nikki, are you still here or did you leave? Because Priyanka was really rooting for you to be here. You never showed up. So, Manju, are you here? Or did you leave as well? My friend Manju. Yes. Love reading for Manju. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this deck, the Oracle Tarot. Love reading for Manju. What do we need to know for Manju? Contemplation. Walking away. Walking away from what exactly? Unexpected revelation. Heartbreak. Walking away because of some kind of heartbreak. Oh. The Magician. It's about transforming. Using your intuition to take a chance. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you for liking. Sorry. Becoming the magician. Transforming yourself. I feel like this is speaking to something that you've already gone through. That you went through something that was painful. It caused you to walk away. Broke your heart. But the process of it transformed you. Changed you from the inside. The thing I love about this heartbreak in the past, the thing I love about her is that her hands and face yellow. Typically, the people in these pictures aren't yellow; they're more skin toned, and it's like you walked away because of the heartbreak, but then you walked into the light, and in walking into the light, you became the light. This is a complete transformation. Getting yourself to a place where you use your intuition. You know who's worth taking a chance on and who isn't. And that allows you to see the opportunity, the people in front of you. Who's worth taking a chance on and who's not. So much self-empowerment tonight. I love it. You know, this is you having options and using your intuition to decide what's best for you. Standing in your power, knowing you are not going to let yourself be back in a situation like this. You've been there, you've done that. Been there, done that, and you've learned your lesson, and it's transformed you. You've done the work. You've healed or are in the process of healing. It's beautiful. And the Six of Cups. Looking at the cupboard of your heart and you're reflecting on the past. You're thinking about the good times, but you're also looking at what's available for you to offer to someone in the future. You know, she's like, I have 6 cups here. I have cups to offer people when they show up. Correct. Knowing who to offer your cups to and who not to. Let me just look in my little book here. 6 of Cups can sometimes be about reconciliation, but also sentimental energy, reconnecting with your inner child. I think I think that's what's going on here. You're reclaiming your power because you are healing. You're healing that wounded inner child, learning to love yourself the way maybe you weren't loved as a child. And that's opening you up. That's allowing you to not just see the magic in your world, but be the magic. This is about alchemy with past person reconciliation. I mean, it could be, you have these options here, and this could speak to the transformation of that relationship because you've transformed yourself. Because this is about healing also. And another what's the word? Definition of this card is soulmate. Finding your soulmate. No matter what, whether it's someone from the past or someone new, you are using your intuition to choose the opportunity, to choose the thing, make that decision that's correct for you. Really taking that time to figure it out and to know that no matter what, you have so much to give because you have done the healing or you're working on it, taking back your power, growing because of it. It's great. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Good reading, Manju. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh goodness, who's even here? Cheryl showed up recently. S, you were before that. I don't even know. Oh, Rowana. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. How does Denver feel about Cheryl? All right, I think I'm gonna. You're welcome, Manju. You're so welcome. Cheryl, how does Denver feel about Cheryl? How does Denver feel? Denver feels very masculinely towards you. Powerful, authority. You make Denver feel like a man, whether Denver's a man or not. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And you bring out that like authoritative ability to stand in your power, stand in their power. Okay. Denver, you make Denver feel powerful, I think. Denver sees the possibility with you about creating something that's really, I mean, the Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning. This is emotions, love. What did I just do with my book? There it is. It's a cup with wings. I mean, come on. Like, he wants to give you some love. I said he. I don't know if Denver is a he. Denver wants to give you some love. This can also be about compassion, creativity, new emotions. One reader I follow says this is a second chance, but I don't know if you in Denver have I don't know. I have a feeling that this is new. This is very new for you in Denver, but the start of something new. I think so. No communication. What? Denver, why aren't you communicating with Cheryl? Follow your dreams. We have another ace. This is another new beginning. I mean, Seriously, the Ace of Wands is like passionate new beginning. It's why not? Passionate beginning, taking action, motivation. I don't know, maybe this is something that's going to happen, that's coming. Maybe Denver is like going to stand in Denver's power and you dream about him. Unfulfilled expectations. This might be what is holding Denver back, is there's a fear that he's not going to be good enough for you, that you're going to be left wanting, that you're going to be like, oh, you only brought me 5 cups. I want 10 cups. No thanks. But you feel connected to him. Yes. And I'm really getting that he feels connected to you, but I'm kind of thinking that the no contact thing could partially be because of feeling, what's the word? Insecure. And that's the thing. You don't have contact. What can you do? I imagine that, you're either in a position where you don't feel comfortable. It's been a year. Dang. Because you asked, how does Denver feel about you? I just kind of, I think that according to these cards, Denver wants to come towards you with power, with passion, with love. But there's fear. There's fear about doing that somehow he's not gonna fulfill your expectations, or that you're gonna come together and then he's gonna be left disappointed in some way. That maybe he's built this up so much in his mind that he's now he's like basically paralyzed. Let me just get one more card here. Your own power. This is a card of making a choice, finding balance. No contact for a year. It makes me think that this could be like what I've been talking about. What did I do with my book? Oh, there it is. It's getting late. What I've been talking about tonight, which is you've had no contact for a year, but energetically you're still tied to him. And that you need to take back your power to focus on yourself. And in doing that, I'm getting a buzzing in my ear. Yeah, take back your power. This is a big theme. And that by doing that energetically, you're putting yourself first. And yeah, exactly. Putting yourself first, it takes the energy off of whatever, off of Denver in this case, and putting it back on yourself. And he energetically is going to feel that. He may not consciously know, but it's going to, and I just said this, but it's going to do one of two things potentially. Either it's going to release Denver completely. So, and you're going to have now the space in yourself, in your energy, to call in someone new who, someone who really is good for you, is meant to be with you, someone who you actually is worthy of you. Or Denver is going to feel you take your power back and is going to turn around, make a U-turn and be like, hey, what happened to Cheryl? That energy is gone. And is, sometimes people can come back after so long and it's like, whoa, I didn't even realize you still thought about me. And here you are. And I think it's just focusing on yourself, knowing that whether it's Denver or whether it's somebody else, that by loving yourself, by owning your worth, knowing how awesome you are, because you're the only Cheryl like you in the world. You're the only one, the only human like you in the world. You are special. You are unique. When you can really appreciate yourself and own that, take back your own power, that's when you get to that place of being able to call in, to magnetize the love that you really deserve. That's meant for you. That's right for you. So, yes. Yeah. It is. It's beautiful. Self-love. It's the best love there is. Learning to be your own best friend. It's not always the easiest, but I think you're on the right path, on the right track, for sure. All right. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for being here. Is there anyone else here? Anyone else? Who haven't I gotten to yet? S. Chelsea Infinity. All right. Chelsea Infinity, what is meant for you to know? I like that question. What is meant for Chelsea Infinity to know? Opportunity. You've got some choices. If they're not here yet, they're coming. Decisions to make. Standing in your power. This has been such a theme tonight. Seriously, for so many people. Being your own authority in how you show up in your world, in your life, because you're the center of your own universe. And, we all have the masculine and the feminine energies within us. And this is, if you haven't been in balance, if you haven't had the feminine and masculine in balance within you, this is potentially getting that in balance. This is the part of you that makes the effort, that takes those steps, that moves forward with action, with purpose, with authority, in control of yourself, in control of your life, and your destiny ultimately. And the magician. Okay. Yeah. This is transforming yourself, transforming your life. Not just being in the light, but being the light. In another deck I have, in the Good Tarot, the magician it's all about your co-creative power with your higher co-creative ability with your higher power. It's a very spiritual card, being tapped in, knowing that you're harnessing magic from another realm. You have this ability through manifesting, through your manifesting skills. Using your intuition to take chances, to know what chances to take because you're using your intuition, because you're standing in your power. Whatever opportunities come up, you're not left like, I don't know, which one do I choose? It's very decisive. You're able to figure it out and make the right choice. Get one more. Unexpected help. Yeah, I think because of stepping in your power, being in your own authority, tapping into your intuition, which is your direct line to your higher power, then your higher power, the universe, sends you the people and the resources that help you on this journey, whatever you're on. Whatever decisions you're making, they're the correct decisions. It's putting you on a path that you know you're on the right path because you're being given the assistance as you go. You're not left like stumbling through the desert like forever. That's like, whatever you need comes to you in the right time. Often through people, through give and take. Because you already have become a good manifester, or you're moving into that by taking your power and by taking the steps forward on your path, doing what you know is right for you. I often talk about this in my readings, taking consistent baby steps. That allows you to be in your power. The resources, the happy surprises, unexpected help. So it's looking good. Looking really good. Chelsea Infinity. I like your name. It's cool. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good reading. Love. Yeah. And speaking of love, I mean, that could very well be you manifesting love into your life. Love is a natural byproduct, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not really good with the yes or no questions. I don't know the cards well enough. Wouldn't that be nice? Although, honestly, where's all that money coming from? I have a feeling that, I'm not going to say no to the money, but I'm a little concerned about all this money that's being given to everyone. I would love one too. Like I said, I would not say no. I would not say no. But also in the long run, I don't know. I think we're heading for a little bit of a disaster. I do not like to be disaster minded, but they can't keep printing money and not have experience some kind of effects from it, Rexana, hello. Will Wasim return? Will Wasim return to buy a new recliner? Nice. Yes. So you can be comfortable. I get it. I don't know. Let the universe know. Maybe you'll get something and you won't even have to buy it. This couch I got from my neighbors. The couch that's across from me, I found over by the dumpsters in my apartment complex. And it was broken underneath, but otherwise it was in great condition, and I was able to screw it back together. and it's a perfectly good couch. Well, it was. My cats have kind of destroyed it, but um, furniture can come from all kinds of different places. The universe just might gift you with that recliner without you needing to pay for one. Yeah, the couch is pretty comfy, and it does have the little recliner thing on it you can put up, but you need to have pillows behind you. I threw my back out the first time I sat on it. I don't know. My body can't handle things the way it used to. I need lots of pillows. I need lots of support. Let's see. Okay, Roxana. Will Wasim return? Will Wasim return to Roxana? I need to go with a different deck. Hang on. Going with Osho Zen. Hey, Rashu. Past lives. Well, you definitely have some kind of, soul connection. But Wasim feels a lot of stress. I don't know if this is what's going on in Wasim's life right now, but trying to keep too many things in the air, trying to do too much. Not able to focus on you because Wasim can't really focus on any one thing. And ultimately, there's the potential of this all coming crashing down, This is your bubble. Maybe that turns. But there's yes. I think it's definitely possible. I think it's possible that Wasim will return to you. Oh, sorry. I mean, look at that. Joy, success, having successfully stepped off the bubble before it came tumbling down, possibly. I wonder if Wasim feels like they need to be something for you. You have this strong connection. But Wasim is trying to do too much, trying to be something, trying to prove him or herself, probably himself. But I think, there's this potential for success here, that Wasim will return to you. Victory. And just, right now is taking things moment to moment, or is maybe learning the lesson. Because there is balancing. We have balancing on one foot in both of these cards, but they're so different. It's such a different quality of being. Going from this to this. Maybe releasing all the craziness, releasing the burden. Hang on, let me look in my book. I want to just see what 7 of Fire is all about. Competition, challenge, defending, maintaining control. Maybe there's something going on in Wasim's life, trying to control, perseverance, personal best, but just thinking that Wasim needs to do more, needs to be more. Releasing that. I feel this sense of releasing, that there's going to be success, and it's going to come to this place of balancing in a way that is helpful, not stressful. Keeping Wasim's eyes on the future, taking it moment by moment. I feel like potentially, yes, Wasim will return to you is ultimately what this is saying, because you do have the soul connection. Maybe successfully doing something. It was very stressful, but ultimately did it, and now Wasim can just relax and move towards you. I think it's looking good so far. I think it's definitely possible. You are welcome. You are welcome, Roxana. Hey, Ryan. Rashu, hello. Rashu, what will Taurus, are you still here, Rashu? What will Taurus think about the message you have sent him just now? You just sent Taurus a message. I wonder what that message said. Will he reply to you? I think it all depends what you wrote. Will Taurus reply to the message? Will Taurus like this message, and will Taurus reply? The Master. Okay. Ryan is waiting patiently. The Master is very wise. The Master is very tapped in to his intuition. Taurus could be thinking about you in this way, that you are very wise. I'm curious what the message was that you sent. Or he could be tapping into his intuition, into his own wisdom. Let's see, what else? Consciousness. Very interesting. Another card about intuition. Here. Oh, yeah, you can see that better. Feeling very peaceful, very serene. Spiritually tapped in. Possibilities. Ugh, sorry for that light. I mean, this card is often about choice, making a choice, often between two people. But seeing the possibilities, having that view up above, looking down, seeing the broader view. Let me get one more. Success. Yeah, just got this for Roxana. I kind of think that Taurus might like the message that you sent. That there is a good possibility, this is possibilities, a good possibility that you will be the choice. That Taurus is going to use his intuition to know that you're the one to get back to. Did I say that right? Let me get to the fire. This can also be planning, travel, creativity, originality, progress, discovery, trusting in the unknown. You sent Taurus a message. And maybe Taurus is using his intuition, his wisdom, to know that he wants, that it's worth trusting in the unknown. That you sent this message. And he doesn't know what's going to come of it, but it's worth moving towards. It's worth traveling towards you. Making plans with you. Because there will be success. I think there's a chance that he might reply to you. I mean, the thing, anytime we're talking about another person is everybody has free will. And they could be thinking about things they want to do, but they might not always follow through with what they're thinking. You know, there are times in our lives when we think about doing something and then we don't. And so, but you just sent him a message. So now just kick back and wait and see. I mean, there's success no matter what. You know, this could be the long view as well. This could be you. Like, you sent the message. Who knows what's going to happen? But then you end up with possibilities. And you end up choosing someone other than Taurus anyway. No matter what, there's success. I mean, who knows? Sorry, guys. I'm getting loopy. I've been doing this for 3 hours, and I'm kind of like, I think I'm going to need to stop here in a little bit. But Ryan, hello, Ryan. You've been waiting oh so patiently. Rashu, I hope that was okay. I like the success card. I hope that he gets back to you. I hope he likes your message. I mean, assuming that it was a good message, you know. Hopefully you didn't tell him to go like eat his sneakers or something. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. All right, Ryan, are you still here? Were you waiting so patiently that you just fell asleep? Has Ryan fallen asleep? Or maybe Ryan has just left the chat. Is Ryan gone? All right, I'm going to do one more reading for somebody. Is anybody else here who would like a reading? Who I have not done a reading for yet? Ryan is here. All right. Came in just in time. I think you're going to be my last. You. Bring it on. What's your question? Ryan. It's totally free. You can donate. I forgot to mention that in all 3 hours that I've been doing this. I totally forgot to mention that you can donate. But yeah, this is free. At the very least, you could subscribe. You know, that would be really helpful. As long as you promise not to unsubscribe once you do. But yeah, general messages. Looking for a soulmate. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Looking for a soulmate. General messages around love. Sounds like you would like a love reading. You know what? I'm going to go to my Good Tarot deck. I like this deck for asking about soulmates and people coming in. Who's coming in for Ryan? Who's coming in for Ryan? And now keep in mind, you may know this already, but there is not just one person that's meant for us, typically. I mean, occasionally that happens for people, but there are lots of different kinds of soulmates, and there are lots of fish in the sea. So, you know, lots to learn from lots of different people. We'll just put it that way. And soulmates come in all different forms. Some are meant to be there for a little while. Some are meant to be there for a long while. But they all bring messages. They all bring lessons. Your soulmate, Emperor. This next one coming. There's lots of fish in the sea. And it's true. It's true. I mean, with so many billions of people on the planet, you know, how can there be just one? Like, what if your one soulmate lives on the other side of the world and you never meet them? Like, it doesn't make sense. Hey, Stacy, welcome. Emperor. Yeah, Emperor. Someone in their authority, in who stands in their power, who is in control, likes to be in control. Very able to move forward decisively, take action. I have a fire. In this deck, this is about honoring differences. Someone who appreciates that you each bring to the table, that you don't have to be the same in order to get along, in order for things to be good, that actually bringing different things to the table helps to boost the relationship because, you know, they balance you, like you balance each other. They bring something you don't have and you bring something they don't have, and together that makes things better. Star. This is wish fulfillment, inspiration, hope. Someone, this could be somebody, this could be, I mean, sometimes this can speak literally to someone being a star, someone in the limelight, someone who has a lot of focus, attention on them. Yeah, me too. It's a good one. This is the card that comes after the tower. This is like rebuilding after the craziness. Knowing that you can move forward. You can keep going. And the Hermit. Wow. Of the 4 cards, 3 of them are major arcana. This person coming in is wise, stands in their authority, they're strong, powerful, open-minded, and the Hermit is like I said, wise, like willing to go within to do the work. You know, they take the time to figure out which key opens the door. Sometimes in decks, the Hermit lights the way for others. Could be somebody who is an enlightened influencer, an enlightened leader, somebody who lights the way for others. It's so hard to say with tarot. Timing is so. I personally have never had timing line up in any tarot reading that I've listened to. Now, granted, they've all been general, not personal readings, And I know there are some tarot readers who will say, oh, it'll be this time or that time. But some people will look at the numbers. Like it could be in September because that's a 9. It could be in August because that's an 8. Like could be April or May of next year. Could be 4 or 5 weeks. Like timing is weird. One reader I follow, he says the universe doesn't wear a watch. So, it happens when it happens, basically. It's a whole divine timing thing. When you're ready is when they'll show up. And usually when it's you're least expecting it. But this looks really good. This looks like somebody who's whoever they are going to be life-changing for you. They're going to be a major soulmate, somebody who really teaches you a lot, who boosts you in a way, in a whole new way in your life that you've never experienced before. It looks really good. I'm excited for you, Ryan. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm at 311. Stacy, are you still here? You just came on. I was just going to end with Ryan, but seeing you here, I'll give you a reading real quick. You're welcome, Ryan. Is Samuel just using you, or does he have true feelings? What do we need to know about Samuel? I'm going to go back to Osho Zen. Samuel and Stacy. I will go to sleep. What do they say? You can sleep when you're dead. No, I took an excellent nap. So I will go to sleep soon. You'll be my last one. You will be my last one. Samuel just using you, or does he have true feelings? Does Samuel have true feelings for Stacy? Or is he just a user? The Emperor, I think potentially Samuel has some true feelings for you. Yeah. Samuel, I think, really likes you and sees. I mean, this is the card. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It's about ultimate fulfillment, abundance, happiness, a happy relationship, prosperity, all the good things. Taking swift forward movement. Did I say that right? Taking action, swift forward movement towards you. This could be literal traveling to see you, or, you going to see each other, or going on a road trip with one another. Suppression. You're both paranoid. Makes sense. Yeah, if you've been hurt in the past, it's hard not to be, really. I think this is the one thing to kind of keep an eye out for, and I think this is very common, is that very likely, just because he's male, he has been taught to suppress his emotions, to suppress parts of himself that that he's been told are weak. He doesn't want to be vulnerable. He wants to be strong. He wants to be in power. He wants to be in control. He's in the military. And the thing about it is that suppressing those parts anybody who does that, it doesn't make them go away. They just like sit in the box and fester, you know? And I mean, literally, men seem to have this ability to compartmentalize. And some women do as well, but I've seen men be able to do it more. And that can manifest in these ways that are sometimes self-destructive, sometimes destructive to the relationship. Like, you know, in this card, like this person, probably male, is all wrapped up in these ropes, and they're on him pretty loose. So it looks like he could shake them off pretty easily. This is self-inflicted, and this is it's burdens. It's his own burdens, his own thinking that keeps him stuck. And maybe it's the paranoia that you talked about. But that hopefully, you know, I think it's just kind of a word of caution to know that this is something that you might encounter with him. And some men are really good about being open to getting feedback, like, you know, being open to doing the shadow work, to going within, to being aware of where they're suppressing if somebody points it out. And some aren't. Some are just like, what? No, I'm fine. I don't have any problems. You're projecting on me. You're the one that has problems, you know? It's like, you want to make sure that whoever you end up with, that they're willing to own their stuff, you know? You liked each other over time. So that's good. That you know each other. You've had a chance to get to know one another, and that's awesome, because you have this connection, this bond, this friendship. And I really think there's so much potential here. Ultimate fulfillment, traveling with one another, traveling towards one another. It looks beautiful. I don't think he's just using you. I don't think so. It just might feel that way sometimes because he's suppressing his actual feelings. So I hope so. I hope it goes well with you guys. Right now it's looking beautiful. So I wish you well with Samuel. I really do. Thank you. Thank you for coming, Stacy. And this is a perfect place to end. Yeah, please let me know. I would love to know. I absolutely would. I have my email down in my description box. Or you can comment on any of my videos. I make videos every day. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. Thank you all. Good night. I wish you all sweet dreams, and I will see you all on the next video. Mwah.